ISHM Kolkata presents Edu Netflix, the one-stop hub for many exciting, entertaining, yet educational videos. For never-ending interesting knowledge, please do not forget to subscribe to our very own YouTube page and do not forget to click on the bell icon for upcoming updates.
Hello dear students, my name is Abhishek Roy. I welcome each and every one of you to yet another exciting feature by ISHM Edu Netflix. Today, the topic that we are going to discuss today is a brief history of cheese and how cheese, which is a very well-known product, came into existence.
It is said that cheese is milk's leap towards immortality. Clifton Fadiman. Before empires and royalty, before pottery and writing, before metal tools and weapons, there was cheese as early as 8000 BC. The earliest Neolithic farmers living in the Fertile Crescent began a legacy of cheese making almost as old as civilization itself. The rise of agriculture led to domesticated sheep and goats, which ancient farmers harvested for milk. When in warm conditions for several hours, that fresh milk began to sour. Its lactic acids caused protein to coagulate into soft clumps. Upon discovering this strange transformation, the farmers drained the remaining liquid, later named whey, as whey, and found yellowish globs that could be eaten as soft, spreadable meal. These clumps or curds began building blocks of cheese, which would eventually be aged, pressed, ripened, and whisked into a diverse cornucopia of Derrida. Lies the discovery of cheese gave Neolithic people enormous survival advantage. Milk was rich with essential proteins, fats, and minerals. However, it was also contained high quantities of lactose and a sugar which was difficult to process for many in ancient and modern stomach. Cheese, however, could provide all of milk's advantages with much less lactose, and since it could be preserved and stockpiled, the essential nutrients would be eaten throughout scarce famines and long winters, and some of the 7th million BC pottery fragments found in Turkey still contain telltale residues of the cheese and butter. And by the end of the Bronze Age, cheese was a standard commodity in maritime trade. Throughout the eastern Mediterranean and densely populated city of Mesopotamia, cheese became a staple of culinary and cheese. Some of the earliest drawings include administrative records of cheese quotas, listing a variety of cheeses for different rituals and populations across Mesopotamia records. For nearby civilizations in Turkey, also reference this animal byproduct produces the stomach in a certain manner, can accelerate and control coagulation. Eventually, this sophisticated cheese making and the tools spread around the globe, giving way to a wide variety of new harder cheeses. Though some conservative food cultures rejected the dairy delicacy, many more embraced the cheese and quickly added their own local flavors. Nomadic Mongolians used yak's milk to create hard sun-dried wedges of buaslag. Egyptians enjoyed goat's milk cottage cheese, straining the whey with red max. In South Asia, the milk was coagulated with a variety of food acids such as lemon juice, vinegar, or yogurt, and hung them to dry in loaves of paneer. This soft, mild cheese would be added to curries and sauces and simply fried as a quick vegetarian dish. The Greeks produced bricks of salty, brined feta cheese alongside a variety similar to today's pecorino romano. This grating cheese was produced in Sicily and used in dishes all across the Mediterranean. Under Roman rule, dry cheese or casillas are artists that became an essential ration for nearly 5,000 soldiers guarding the vast borders of the Roman Empire. And when the Western Roman Empire collapsed and cheese making continued to evolve in the manners that dotted the medieval European countryside with hundreds of Benedictine monasteries. Scattered across Europe, medieval monks experimented endlessly with different types of milk. practices and aging processes that led to many of today's popular cheeses. Parmesan, Roquefort, Monster, and several Swiss types were all refined and perfected by these cheese-making clergymen. In the Alps, Swiss cheese making was particularly successful, producing a myriad of cow's milk. Cheese by the end of the 14th century, Alpine cheese from the Gruyere region of Switzerland had become so profitable that a neighboring state invaded the Gruyere highlands to take control of the growing cheese trade. Cheese remained popular throughout the Renaissance, and the Industrial Revolution took production out of the monastery and into the factories. Machinery today world produced roughly 22 billion kilograms of cheese a year, shipped and sent globally. But even after 10,000 years of its invention, local farmers still follow the footsteps of their Neolithic ancestors, crafting one of humanity's oldest and favorite foods.
Please subscribe to our YouTube page for more exciting information, and also visit us on our Facebook page for more updates. You can also visit our website at www.ishm.co.in.